basis. That's like what had her reach out to me and say, hey, let's set this up. And, we're also really focused on that as we do build it. Number one, we're going to have to build it like a podcast. You've got to build it yourself. And it's not like, other media like YouTube where you just end up with followers or whatever. You've got to actually market yourself. And then you've got to like actually connect with people on the back end with DMs.
Hi guys, welcome. I already have us streaming into Facebook and recording. Welcome to the Lunch and Learn.
Welcome.
We're excited you're here. I'd love to hear just some people shouting out what they're excited about today before we get started, because we love to hear from you guys and get to know everyone. What are you guys excited about today? Charlene, you popped up. What are you excited about?
I'm excited about being a part of today's meeting.
All right.
Hello, everybody.
Great. You look great in pink.
Okay.
Awesome. Who else? Who's excited?
Me.
Gwen, what are you excited about?
I had my first team Zoom yesterday with my team. And now they're reaching out today because they want to do things. Yay! Finally.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. Who else? Who's excited today?
I'd like to thank Doug and Julie and everybody for the presentation last night. It was really awesome. And then it was followed by another presentation with Casey and Kurt Beavers. And, I learned a tremendous amount. I invited lots of people, and so lots of great ideas. Every time I listen to something, I get more ideas. So
Right.
Thank you.
Good.
Awesome.
Who else? Who else is excited and can do a shout out of what they're excited about? Okay, well, we're excited that Emily's on the line. I see you, Emily. I don't see you yet, but I know she was at the gym. You could show your face.
Hi.
Emily
Hey there.
a couple of Zooms with us. She's new to the team. She's a pre-med student, and she's learning a lot and hopping in. Like, we didn't even tell her to make a list. She has a list of 40 people. She's wonderful. Okay, Emily, maybe you could show yourself later. So anybody else? Who else? LaShonda. I mean, LaShonda's always excited. She's coming on. Hi, LaShonda.
Hi, how are you guys?
Good. What are you excited about today?
Oh, my smoothie. I'm getting a nice relaxing lunch today.
What's in your smoothie?
It's straight mangoes.
Mm.
It's my favorite fruit.
Wow. Hi, Quinny.
Say hi. We're bringing super juice to the park.
Oh, smart. What's in your super juice? Tell everybody.
Apples, not bananas. Apples, blueberries, lime, lemon, apple cider vinegar, and spinach.
Dang. Sounds super healthy.
My kids love it.
Great. All right. Who else? Who else is excited? Nicole, glad you're on here.
Thank you.
Did you get anything out of our conversation yesterday?
Yes, I did. And I'm excited for the possibilities.
Woohoo! That's right. Good. Who else?
Are you asking about what we're excited about?
Yes.
I'm excited about the new things that are coming out for getting our people from partner to partner plus to QSC to SC. I mean, wowza. I listened to Kurt Beavers last night. It was dynamite. And then I've already sent out the video, thanks to Doug helping me to figure out how to copy the link to people. And they have both responded, one yes and one maybe not. So there you go.
Okay.
I have a question. How did you put this on live on Facebook?
No, it's on, hopefully it's in the group. It's in our group, Team Transformers.
LaShonda, when you have the pro account, the paid account on Zoom, you have an option. There's a button that says stream to Facebook, or you can stream to YouTube and several other places. Only one location though.
That would be really amazing. I need to look into that.
Oh,
You
did
gotta
you say
more.
how? I thought you said why. I'm like, oh my gosh, is it on my?
Oh, no, 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 I don't mind.
There's a more icon. It's got 3 dots like an ellipsis. You click that and then it allows you to live stream to Facebook.
That is amazing. Thank you, guys.
Go to your settings.
Yeah.
Sure. We can help you with that sometime, LaShonda.
I'm excited about going international. Deborah is bringing on a team member in the Netherlands next week.
Ooh,
Cool.
Yes.
Great. Awesome.
that is awesome.
Good. Nalani, what are you excited about today?
I am so excited about this compensation plan. It's amazing. Just about the company, it's an amazing company we have. Abby told me when I first came in, you're going to come to love the company as much as you love the product. And I said, yeah, well, that sounds nice, but I really know what she means. Every year it gets better and better and better. Every year. They just go out of their way to make things better for us. And you can see that they're sitting at their table saying, what can we do for them? How can we make this better for them? And they keep coming up with more. It's just amazing.
Right. Gwen says in the chat, I think I almost love the company more than the products. Almost. It's a good combo, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I was telling Emily last night at like 10 at night, I'm like, okay, I'm so excited at 10 o'clock at night on this call, and it's 21 years later. Really? Does that happen?
Right.
Jobs,
It's rare, very rare.
So, Gloria, I see you there. What are you excited about?
I love that they're making it easier for people to get mission qualified. That's going to make a big difference for so many people. And then it also makes a difference to even, their upline people. Also, not having to have a QSC within the last number of months.
That's going to make for lots of promotions.
Huge.
That will be huge.
Huge.
Yes, it's making a big difference. So I'm actually meeting up with someone today. We're going to talk about it. So I'll be getting off in about 25 minutes. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about all of that. And the company is phenomenal. Just keep thinking of us these are difficult times. A lot for us in New Mexico. If people don't realize that this is a state that is having a lot of difficulty now with the restrictions on the oil field business. And that's going to affect everybody, not just people that work in that business, like my husband that has worked out of state for about 7 or 8 years. And then this makes it even more difficult. But I am excited because maybe we can reach out of this region and get people that we know that live elsewhere that are not being hit so hard.
Right.
So Gloria, if I schedule a Zoom to talk to my 3 people that I want to move them on up to P plus. Hang on a second. Let me mute myself. My students are coming online. Our QSC, would you get on?
I would, yes.
Okay. I'll text.
I haven't this morning, but get them together and we'll do it.
Okay.
Good to see you, Gloria.
My people are coming online, so I've got to go. Bye.
Well, Kristen unmuted herself, but then went back. Kristen, you still with us? Kristen Bosse?
She posted in the chat, was it recorded? She was at work.
Oh yeah, that was recorded. The business event, yeah. Okay. All
It was
right.
a great
I
recording.
heard it was great.
Where do you go to get the recording?
I just put it in our chat. I put it in the Team IP chat.
Okay.
I'll put it in here too. I'll put it in here.
And Team
This is the
Transformers.
Voxer Team Transformers chat.
Are you, Dr. Valentine, are you speaking on the Voxer chat?
Yes.
Okay. That's the thing. I don't really check that like that. So
Okay,
that's a
don't.
problem.
Are you on Facebook? Are you checking the Team Transformers Facebook page?
I don't even think I'm on that.
Okay, so let's talk about systems. Our system for communication is Lunch and Learn, Voxer, and the team Facebook groups. That way we can make sure everybody's notified of everything, but Voxer is a major communication system for all of us. So we've got to be systemized so when we have a huge team, we're able to communicate. So those are the 3 ways. Okay, so Dougie's going to start us off with an analogy with fishing, and then afterwards we're going to go to the compensation stuff.
Okay, all I could think of was fishing. So if you're not a fisherman, I'll try and bring you along through this. But something that I'm realizing more and more and more is that, you know, a lot of us, a lot of you guys, well, first, let me say that anybody that's on a lunch and learn is probably very interested in building their business. And for those of you that are new, if you've probably heard of the Pareto principle, which is the 80-20 rule, about 80% of your own team is probably going to just be like a really solid customer and just buy their own product and share with like one or two people. Okay, only about 20% of your team is going to really build a customer base. And then within that, there's even a smaller percentage of people that are going to really try to make this a significant income. You guys on here are probably very interested in doing that. So remember, we can't like go into our whole team group and like talk heavy duty about you got to do this and you should do this and you should do that, because that 80% that are in there, we want to make sure they feel welcome, that we don't shame them for not doing a lot of stuff or anything. So this is a time where we can kind of talk like a little bit more real business talk. So let me just say that there's two ways to approach this. You know, think about it. Be honest with yourself. Are you primarily a retailer of Juice Plus products? When you share with people, are you a retailer or are you a team builder? Okay. A retailer is, you know, trying to hawk some gummies to people. Nothing wrong with that. That's great. I mean, Juice Plus has to be sold for there to be PV generated for anybody to get paid anything, right? So we're always selling product. But the people that are really moving forward, as Sharon shares the marketing plan, I don't know if she's going to the compensation plan. I don't know if she's going to share some of those pictures, but you see, you have a picture of what you need to do to say make NMD. It's going to be you, and then you have this team over here, and then you have this person, then this person, and this person, and you have to build these different team members. But if it stops there, you're still not going to really move forward and have significant leverage on your income. You need to have those people also doing it. So let's think about the way we share. So like I said, I'm thinking of like fishing. Now, if you've ever been to the beach and you see those people that, I've never done this, you know, but I've seen them catch fish. You know, you kind of throw a line out into the beach. I don't know. I've always been afraid. I mean, I don't want to swim near that. They're drawing fish in and stuff. I know there's fish already in the ocean, but usually you throw it out there. You're just throwing your bait and you're hoping that maybe you, like by an act of God, a fish comes by and eats the bait. Okay. I don't know if you've ever seen the people doing this type of fishing, but they, in general, they're catching these little fish and whatnot. And it's kind of cute. Every once in a blue moon, though, they might catch a shark or something, and that's exciting, or a stingray, and it's a pretty good fight. But in general, they're just hoping for the best. I would say this is somebody that's like just going through life, sharing casually, and they probably just share the about the products. All right. The next kind of fisherman, let's say that this guy, he bought a boat. Well, let's pretend that's a boat. It looks like he's on a drift boat or something, or maybe a dock, but a drift boat. So when you go out there, notice how he has like multiple shrimp on the hooks, but then there's like this little fish he caught. So when you go out in Florida, you kind of go out to the reef, okay? Because you know there's gonna be more fish there. Well, that's pretty good. At least you're trying to share with more people, right? But you still like put a hunk of meat on the hook, you drop it down, and you're hoping for the best. Most of the time you get these little things. Sometimes you reel in some trash. Sometimes you catch a grouper. Maybe it's awesome. Maybe you get you might get lucky, you know, you might get lucky. But then there's the true team builders or the serious fish. Let's call them sport fishermen. You know, these are the people, they either you go on a charter boat. If you've never done that, you should do it someday. It's unbelievable. But you go out on a charter boat. Now they got this big tower on the boat and you're out there and they already know, like before you leave the dock, you know, are we fishing for dolphin? Are we fishing for tuna? Are we fishing for marlin or a sailfish? Like you see that thing on the right when you see those in a restaurant or like on somebody's wall, that didn't happen fishing on the coast off the beach. It's never going to happen. It also is never going to happen when you're just kind of bottom fishing. But you got to go out and troll and get the exact bait that that fish is going to hit. You also have to know where they're going to be. So you're out there, there's a guy up on the tower of the boat with binoculars looking for weeds floating in the grass. They're looking for birds flying around. It's the same thing when we're sharing, guys. I think sometimes I notice that we get frustrated, and maybe it's the way we're approaching things. You know, if I'm not saying that you don't go out and get customers, especially if you're newer, you build up your customer base. But those of us that have been doing this for a while, like, do you have a full customer base? And if you do, are you still just sharing, you know, like the product all the time and not, but it's not about not sharing the product. It's about being strategic. It's about being intentional. You know what I mean? And knowing and having it in mind, like, who do you want on your team? You know, who are you going to share with? So I think it's a mindset. And I think a lot of us, and I'm not accusing anybody or anything, but a lot of us have that retailer mindset versus a team builder. A team builder, think about it. I mean, a team builder is making big money, you know, in sports or whatever, you know. The person that's putting together a team, even in a business, I mean, who's making more? The management that's managing the whole team, or just like a shift leader? Well, the big boss is making the big money. All right. So you guys, we need to think a little bit more like being a team builder, and that's going to get you different results. Okay. Different results. That's all I have to share. Just a little team building encouragement today. It's going to get you what you want. So one more thing, Sharon. So instead of saying, hey, I'm going to try to get customers, I'm doing my DMO, like those of you that are doing the DMO challenge, some of you are just saying, oh, I'm doing the DMO. Well, that's good. It's habit building. But are you beginning with the end in mind, right? That is the first habit of successful people in the 7 Habits by Stephen Covey. You begin with the end in mind. The end is for you to build a team of people inspiring healthy living around the world. The end isn't for you to be like somebody that's just a retailer of Juice Plus. Okay. And you're going to be able to actually share with a lot more people by having a sales team, by having a team on the mission, by having more boots in the ground. So you're going to be able to really affect a lot more people. And your paycheck's going to go from hundreds to thousands per month, even up to like 5 figures a month. That's all I got to say.
Okay, we'll take a couple comments about that and then we'll move on.
Does that make sense even if you don't fish? Or is that, I know there's mostly women in our community. Okay, good.
Makes total sense. And the images really helped. You know, that one sitting way up on the sand, as opposed to the guy who's in the boat who has several out there, several.
Oh yeah, you got lines out. I didn't even think of that part of it. That's
several lines in the water, not just one somewhere on hoping and wishing maybe they'll get something. That's really cool. Thank you.
So this when you said like you have to have the end in mind, and you're like kind of targeting, you know, you're searching, like you said with the bait, like you're searching for a specific fish, and you know that bait that fish likes and that kind of thing. That brought to mind to me, like I have certain people that I think would be amazing on my team, and they're all different, you know, they all have like different either age brackets, or, you know, like they have kids or they don't, or, you know, all these different things. So is that something like, I'm thinking I would strategize with, if I was going to do a 3-way call with that person, I would strategize who was going to be on that call so that they could speak specifically to those things that I feel I would be targeting with that person.
Maybe to an extent. I mean, I know that it's a lot of you will reach out to me.
Does that make
you have
sense?
A guy. Yeah, a lot of you will reach out to me when you have a guy for a 3-way call, or if there's a school administrator, you know, I can talk administration language. I can give them vision about not working anymore 9 to 9 at night. But in general, I think the analogy is more about the intent. I think the most important part is before you leave the dock, you already know that you're going for awesome fish. You're not going to just sit back, drink beer, and hope something bites the line. You know what I mean? So I mean, you're still going to get all kinds of fish, but I don't know anybody that ever went out reef fishing that caught a marlin. I don't think it happened. I don't even think the marlin go to the reef. I think they're a little deeper out, right? So I think it's just a general analogy. I don't think we have to get like too specific on it. I think it's more, I want you to be inspired to think as a team builder. That's, if you want to make really good money, you're a team builder. I mean, think about Stacy Turner. Stacy Turner providing resources and materials, and all of us as NMDs, that's what we're doing, right? Is she still sharing about Juice Plus? Absolutely. I mean, that's her mission. She's all about it. But at the same time, if Stacy got 25 customers this month, she'd probably think like, my goodness, why did I get 25 customers? I probably need to think about what I'm saying here. You know what I mean? Would you agree, Stacy? I hate to speak for her. She's so good.
Yeah, like I don't want more customers. I mean, customers
Keep in
can
mind,
need.
he probably has 60 or 70 customers, 50, 60, 70.
No, it's a ridiculous 94. I
Okay.
looked at it. That's a lot of customer care to handle. And one of my team members left, and so I inherited his, but it's a lot to keep up with and do well, So I would much rather having, people within that customer base that love their Juice Plus, that talk to other people about it. And then that one customer turns into 5 that's being managed by them versus me. So that multiplies my time and it multiplies my reach. So I always think customers are going to add to my paycheck and my impact, but team members are going to multiply that impact because they're going to reach more people, and that's going to multiply my paycheck over time. So yeah, customers are often where you get your team members, but if I'm not having invitation to the team conversations and being able to share that vision and give that bigger picture of why they would want to share Juice Plus with others, or tapping into why they would want to, like each person is going to be different, right? So then I'm not going to be as effective as I could be. If you look at my paycheck, what my paycheck is made up of, or Sharon's or Doug's, the majority of it is the percentage and the bonus that we get on helping our whole team versus just the little slice of pie that would be my commissions or sales profit, right? It's pretty small comparative to the whole pie of the whole team. So if you keep that in mind long term, the goal is to build team that love their Juice Plus and they're talking to other people and bringing on team members versus just accumulating a lot of customers, because it is different work,
Yeah. And that's something I thought of this morning. And Kelly, we'll get to you in 1 second. I thought of this coming out of the grocery store this morning, which is because we have some new team happening. I think Sharon's going to talk to some of them in a minute, and it's really exciting, but there's not a lot, like, it's not going to, like, my paycheck isn't going to bounce up because we have new team. Even if you get customers, if I get 5 customers this month, that's going to impact, it's going to impact my check a little bit, but that's like the instant gratification. But when you add team and you start investing in them, that's the long view of how, like, as Gabby, if Gabby grows, when she grows rather, into an NMD and she has a team of people and she's independent, that's real business. Okay, when we're working for ourselves, let's say, no offense to anybody, but as a musician, so I'm a musician, I can like write music or whatever. So if I make some tracks, I'm only getting paid. Even as a musician, you hardly get paid for what you're doing, but I only get paid each time I do that. You know what I mean? Whereas if you work and are a team builder, you're going to get paid for a long time. I mean, Sharon worked with Stacy every single day for a long time. And now Stacy is completely launched and she's nearly half of our business. Okay. And that's great. And she's completely independent. It's not like she calls up, Sharon, what should I do? You know, they're talking like, hey, what should we do next? You know, like they're just buddies now. So, I mean, I think that's pretty huge. And with that vision in your mind, you want to build team. You have to build team. And I only bring it up because I see a lot of people, you guys, you come on Lunch and Learns, you're getting some customers and stuff, but don't forget you want to add team, but also the one that brings the most people on Lunch and Learns and stuff, that's who wins. Okay. I'm sending, who got a text message today? Most all of you, right? Some of you I still have to add to my text thing. I'll put the number in, by the way, if some people aren't on there, because I lost my engaged list. So I need some of you to rejoin that list if you want regular messages. But I sent out 600 reminders this morning to get on this Lunch and Learn. Like my mission today is for you guys to be connected. Okay. It's not for me to come and get fed. It's because I want you guys connected. And that's what all of you should be doing. I don't care if you have one team member or 1,000 team members. Anytime you can keep them around the campfire, your business is going to grow. That's very, very, very important. I think I've gone long enough on this, Sharon.
I think you may have beat the dead horse. I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, she attacked me.
I had to lighten things up a little bit. I'm sorry. Okay, so he's right. He's absolutely right. And it pays, you know, it pays to invest in people. So also if you have a bunch of customers, that means that I mean, it's great. You want to always be in the trenches, getting your own customers, your own team. But you also want to help people get customers and teams. So 3-way calls, hopping on a Zoom with your new team member and their people, that's how you also build. So just adding team members, you don't get, you know, anything. It's when you help them be successful. So not just thinking about you getting customers, but also helping them because you know how to get customers. Now help teach people. So it's kind of like when the kids are growing up and you know, you don't want to tie their shoes. If you teach them to tie their shoes, you'll never have to tie their shoes again, right? So it's always tying their shoes or you teach them how to tie their shoes. So we have to teach people what we know and then they go out and they're like our army or disciples for us, right? Okay, so Gabby, I see you front and center. Thank you for being on, and Emily. And so today we're going to go over the compensation plan, but we're going to do it with, they don't know it, with Gabby and Emily. And then LaShonda, I know you are at Partner Plus, so you're going for QSC from what I understand. And I asked you guys in the chat to put what your next position is so that I can make sure I address. So the first commission position is Partner Plus. The second one is QSC, Qualifying Sales Coordinator. The third is Sales Coordinator. Those are the 3 first commission positions. And then you move into leadership, which is QSSC, then SSC, and then QNMD, NMD. All right, so we're gonna focus on the ones that are in the beginning because we all are working to get new team members and get them to commission positions. That helps the leaders to move up their compensation plan. Only when we have people progressing do we get to move up, right? So it's important for you to feel successful in knowing what's going on. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to our website, thefreedomrevolution.com. Gabby, you could go ahead and unmute. Tell them how you, just tell them maybe the exposures you had. I'll undo this, okay. Tell them what educational exposures or interactions you had, because we want to keep it kind of short, and then what you've done to get customers or team so far.
Okay, thank you, Sharon.
Thank you.
So I guess I think I know what you're asking. So when I started hearing about things, I just wanted to do I wanted to dive more into my health and eat better and all that stuff. And I ran to Doug, I'm making this short. I did more research into Juice Plus and stop it, sorry, and the connection of nutrition directly to your health and some diseases. And I started watching videos online that Juice Plus had provided about what they do and how they go about their health journey. So yeah, I don't
I know
remember.
Luna's going nuts because you're
Yeah.
on. Okay, so you got some videos, and then Jules and I hopped on a three-way call with you and Doug, and shared our stories. And then you started just with your dad. Well, we did a Zoom with you and Ryan.
Yeah, you guys had provided us some information on the Zoom, and that's what really drew us in. I do like the Zoom aspects and having, you know, my sponsor be there and have all this information. And it kind of, once you see the information that they give, it's like a light bulb goes off, you know, it's like, oh, that makes so much sense. And wow, that's amazing that they have this and look what it does. And hearing personal stories too is what really got me, because people that have actually been taking the Juice Plus and going through that have had such great results. That was also a big key in drawing me in as well. The Zoom call, and then I had signed up. And once I signed up, I had access to the Freedom Revolution, the videos, and getting started. So,
okay, and then you had a momentous event. I mean, you got some customers. So she shared one-on-one sending videos. Which video did you give to your mom, your dad?
So I started with my family first, just because I wanted to tell them about how great this is. So I sent there was like an 11-minute video just of, I think it was bridging the gap. Yeah, bridging the gap. So I sent that to them, and I showed that to my mom as well while I was over for dinner. I showed her and my grandma the video, and they were like, wow, this makes sense. Everyone's like so interested in that. So that was what made them want to do it. For my dad, what made him push over the edge was having a friend of his that he's had for a while. He's like, I think my friend does Juice Plus. So we called him while I was over, and his name is Mike, and he swore by it and told my dad he's been doing it for so long and helped his daughter through her prenatal. And just hearing somebody else's story made my dad even more excited about it for me too. So.
And then you had lunch with your brother, and your brother signed up.
Yep, lunch with my brother, he signed up. And then the Zoom call that I had with my friends, I just sent out a message saying, hey, I want you to hear about what I'm learning and what I've been getting into. It's about a lot about health and how it can help you in your life and everything. So I sent that message and just sent an invitation to a Zoom call. All my best friends joined.
How it can help you with your life.
Yes.
I like that.
Yes.
So you put it on them that this is going to benefit them.
Yeah, I sent that kind of message to a few people for friends, and then some coworkers at my job who I wanted to target them for like the business aspect, because they're like in the same boat as me, and I wanted to share. You know, it's about spreading health. It also could benefit you if you want to make some extra income. You know, because I know that would be a trigger for them as well. So turns out all my best friends joined the Zoom call. Some people couldn't make it, but I had mentioned my story and how this came into my life, and a little bit about what I learned. And then Sharon and Doug helped me out with their, they had a little presentation that set up to kind of give them more information, and my phone blew up. They were all like, oh my God, this is awesome. And it was very effective, but good for them to see what it actually was that I was doing.
Okay, so this has just been in the last like 2 weeks, everybody. So it's just one thing after another, but she's very open, you know. You have to, it's got to be somebody who's receptive, somebody who's open. And she's like, okay, you know, I say, hey, join Voxer. And then I didn't ask her for her Voxer ID. So then later I'm like, hey, could you go ahead and join Voxer? She's like, I already did. I'm like, oh, give me your Voxer ID. It was like days later. And so, you know, she's very teachable, they call it. And Eric Worre says teachable and hungry, meaning the drive to do it. And she's hungry, she's wanting the information.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm excited to learn because, like I was telling Sharon last night, I'm a server at JB's on the beach, and yes, I make good money. Yes, I do great at my job, but I wasn't back in school, and I just didn't have something that I was like going after for myself. So having something that I can do for myself and be what's the word? I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the word, but passionate or successful and do something for myself, and was something that I was excited to do, you know, and this is something that I want to learn.
Okay, so Emily was on the Friends and Family Zoom, and she got really excited. She's a pre-med student, so she got excited about the research. Hi, Emily, there she is. I don't mean to call on you while you're driving, but I'm gonna spotlight you. Welcome to the team.
Hi.
Hi, and Kylie's on here. She's one of our younger team members, so she was excited to hear that you guys had joined the business. Anyway, so Emily, maybe without wrecking the car, maybe you could just say what you're excited about. Then we're going to go, I promise, to the compensation plan information.
Hi everyone, my name's Emily. I'm super excited to be here. I just joined actually yesterday because of my best friend Gabby. I'm a pre-med student, so health and nutrition is something that's really important to me. And it kind of got me extremely interested in this business. And also within my first 2 days, I found out my pediatrician she was my pediatrician, is a big proponent of Juice Plus 2. So I'm super excited to get started and meet everyone on here.
Yay, thanks for coming on. And I love these girls because they're like, okay, I can get on that. Okay, I can get on that. And they just hop on if they can. So thank you for being on our team. We're excited to have you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and go to the Freedom Revolution. Yesterday was a huge day for a lot of us who understand what happened yesterday. The company went ahead and changed some things in the compensation plan to help us to move up easier all along the way. So I'm on the freedomrevolution.com. If you're brand new, you know, you don't have to know everything. We are going to monitor what amount of points you have, how close you are to positions and all that. And we're going to be the ones that say, like I said to Gabby, I'm like, okay, Gabby, we need one more order to get to the express track, 1,000 points. You know, you're going to get a business builder box. They're continuing that till March, which means samples and brochures, things like that. I said, and you're going to get $100 as opposed to 50. All right. So you just kind of lead them when they're new, and you definitely give them this. I gave this probably on her phone, you know, on text. I am always texting this to people. The price and earnings guide is on the phone. So you want to download this, screenshot it, whatever, when you can, so that you can have this as talking points for the compensation plan. So the very first part of our compensation plan is just getting to those 3 commission levels: partner, qualifying sales coordinator, sales coordinator. That's 5, 10, 15% positions. All right. So we're going to look at phase 1 overview, but just know, look, there's worksheets, there's videos for each one of those things. Okay. But right now I always just go to the phase 1 overview because it has a lot of information. And Stacy, if you have anything to chime in, I see you there looking studious. So Stacy's like my right-hand lady there. Let me know what you're thinking if I'm off track or anything. Okay, so here's the overall compensation plan. See how down at the bottom it says fast track / express track? Because a couple of months ago, our company says, well, if you do things faster, we're going to give you extra money. Okay, so to get to Partner Plus, it was a 30-day journey, but if you get it done within 2 to 3 days or 10 days, they give you $100 as opposed to 50. Okay, 50 is for 30 days. So they want urgency. They want you to be moving in momentum. And of course, we always say you're a blessing whether you do a little or a lot. You don't have to do any of this. You could just be with us and not moving up. That's up to you. So then qualifying sales coordinator is the second position with the commission. And that says right here, 10% commission. All right. And so you make sales profit and you make 10% commission. You make a $400 bonus if you get there in 30 days, $300 bonus if you get there in 60 days. Okay, I hope I said that right. Sales coordinator, I'm just going over this really quickly. We're going to get to the details in a minute. Sales coordinator is the 15% commission. You're always going to make sales profit. You're just moving up in commission. And that you will get $700 if you do it in 3 months. You'll get $600 if you do it in 6 months. All right. Those are title bonuses, those extra monies, and that's separate from your paycheck. That's just to give you money like on the top of the steps. Okay, move up to this next step. Here's a pile of money for you on that one. And then it goes on and on. So then the green is all leadership track. They just invented this position, qualifying senior sales coordinator, to bridge the gap, so to speak, between sales coordinator and senior sales. And at that point, then you make $1,000 for getting there. And there's lots of other good things. Leadership development course with Brene Brown. You get leads from the company, which you also get at sales coordinator, actually. And lots of different bonuses are all along the way. Okay, so I'm not going to go into that too much. We're going to look at the first positions. Now, some of our people who've been around for a while might be like, oh gosh, we're going to look at the first positions. The first positions are what really matters. Getting people to Partner Plus, QSC, and Sales Coordinator is what helps you get to those other positions. Being able to duplicate what we call our core rank, which is Qualifying Sales Coordinator, which LaShonda's on her way, Gabby's on her way. People who've already made Partner Plus, that's your next step, Qualifying Sales Coordinator. That's our what we call core rank. That is what's going to be the building block of your whole business. So if you can get really good at getting people to the core rank of Qualifying Sales Coordinator, then you're going to just keep going up the compensation plan. Okay, so here's number one. You start out as a partner. Let's take Emily for an example. Gabby, you and I can talk through this. She submitted her application. I don't know if she logged into the virtual office. You're going to still need to set up virtual banking. So this gives you some little steps, right? And then Gabby did set up her juiceplus.com. She's going to help Emily, right? And we did show her that last night. Okay, so that's partner, and that just signing up with the $52 allows you to get money back on your own products. So it says here, eligible earnings, sales profit on you and your customers' orders. So Emily has this list of 40 people she wants to talk to. She's going to talk to some one-on-one. She's going to have a friends and family Zoom. We just decided was at Monday. She's going to put it on the books. So we're moving quickly. We've got some systems in place that are working, and we're going to take advantage of that. So number two, Partner Plus. I don't know, how many days did it take you, Gabby, to get to Partner Plus?
I can't remember. I want to say it was about, I think it took me like 9.
Okay.
It took me
So,
I just made it in there.
okay, and of course I was like, okay, come on. You got like one more order, however many more days. I'm like, let's go. All right, so now, all right, this is the new change. It was 1,000 for Gabby. It's now 900 for Emily. Isn't that great? Don't expect that to happen for Emily's distributor, okay? Because they don't usually make these changes with the compensation plan. But 900 points because they want you to have, they want it to be easy. The power of 3, they're calling it. 3 trios equals 900. And that's usually you plus 2 others in your household or maybe outside your household. But basically, like Emily said, well, I think I want one of everything. Well, one of everything, she's going to be halfway there to 900 probably. Okay, because a quad is worth 420, I think, right? And then the shake is worth 140. And remember, these numbers are up, oops, well, they're down on here. The numbers I'm saying are on this, okay? The fruit, vegetable, berries worth 300, fruit and vegetables worth 200, shake, they're all worth 140. So that's how you get promoted. Like you need 900. So whatever your you're getting customers of, it all adds up to 900, then you're at Partner Plus. Okay, hopefully that all makes sense. Unmute if that did not make sense, please, somebody.
You're making sense. I love it.
Thank you, LaShonda. Oh, I appreciate it. Okay, LaShonda, you're gonna be my person to tell me if it makes sense. Okay. So then when you get to Partner Plus, which I think LaShonda just made it there, and she probably did it with the $100. Somebody's calling during the lunch and learn. It's probably somebody who's trying to do Zoom. Okay, $100 for LaShonda, I think.
Yes.
You move quick. And for Gabby, you both are going to get free conference ticket. You're both getting sales profit as we speak. And I saw your paycheck, Gabby. I liked it. And then you guys can check your paychecks, not right now, but afterwards on the virtual office, if you go to team and then performance analysis, that's how you can find your own paycheck. If you didn't see it like in the bank yet, you'll see the breakdown. Well, you'll see just the amount. There's a different place where you'll see the breakdown. Okay, so we're back to Partner Plus. We just got there. We did it really quickly. And there's some like nitty gritty things. Let's see, it says they want like 2 different names. Okay, it can't be all Gabby, Gabby, Gabby on all the orders, right? So it's got to be, they want you to share. Our mission of our company is to inspire healthy living around the world. So they don't want to give a promotion if all the orders are in one name, right? They want you to share with other people. Okay, so, and if you have a team member, you're going to be able to use some of their orders. Let's see. Level 1 members and their customers will, okay, you can use their own, like if your customer became a team member and that would have helped you if they would have been a customer, you're going to be able to use their order for your Partner Plus promotion. And then as you go to the next promotion, you're going to be able to use their customers' orders too to get to QSC. So they don't want to ever not reward you for building team. Okay. All right. Are we done with Partner Plus? Everybody's clear. 900 points.
That went over my head a little bit. Can you say that again about that stacking that occurred? Like that went over. Yeah, that went over my head. That you just said. Yeah.
Okay. Who's speaking? Is that Denzel or?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Hi, Denzel. I didn't get to hear you last night. I just started to, but I had to go. Okay. Welcome to the team and congratulations. Okay, so 900 points, that's 3 trios. So say Denzel has a friend, Mark. I don't know if you do or not. But okay, so you had Mark as a customer, a trio order, and he was one of your 3, but Mark decided to join the business. And he's a team member now. He's still going to count as your 3 trios, like one of your 3 trios. Okay, so far?
Okay.
That's for Partner Plus. Now say you and Mark now are doing the business together. He's your buddy. He's getting more customers that are not his own order. They're going to count for that next promotion we're going to go over next.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So Mark, if he had Mark's dad, Mark's brother, and you still hadn't gotten to Partner Plus with your 3 trios, Mark's dad and brother are not going to count for your Partner Plus, but Mark's order will because he's a frontline team member.
But if you are a Partner Plus.
Right. Now he's going to count for this one, qualifying performance coordinator. Okay, so Mark, I don't know if you have a Mark, but you and Mark now and whoever else you get will generate 3,600. So the company just reduced this from 4,000 to 3,600. 3,600 nicely is 4 times the 900, right? You've got your own 900. And then you think about the power of 3. I need or I want 3 Partner Pluses, and that would be easy. 3 Partner Pluses bringing in 900 points each. You all would get, Denzel would get to 3,600. It doesn't always work out that way. Okay, that would be the perfect scenario for you to grab 3 buddies. They get their order. They get 2 other orders done. Everybody's done. Or at least you're done with the second commission level. But guess what happened yesterday also, which may have been a stumbling block for some people. Usually once you start talking about Juice Plus on a daily basis and you're excited and you're learning and you're sharing, you're going to get partners, okay? They're going to come to the surface. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is perfect for you. Okay, so, but they took away the requirement for you to have a partner to get to qualifying sales coordinator. So I want to make sure all of our people who have been in this business for a very long time really got that. So give me some thumbs up. I'm looking at the gallery now. Does everybody understand that QSC no more requirement for a partner? Stacy, yes. Janie, Tony, QSC.
Yes.
Partner.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So
You're saying then yourself, you would get 3,600 in sales.
Yeah.
Then you could be at qualifying, or if you had a partner and you both got there. Okay, I got it.
yes, the new person got it. Okay. So that's always good. 3,600 and you don't have to have a partner. Now, if you're smart, like Doug's saying, you're going to always build team. Okay. But there's been people, it hasn't worked out. You know, they're really good at getting customers, but that partner thing has held them up. So the company wants them to continue to be engaged. They want to help them move up to the next commission level. Okay. And that helps all of us to move up even farther. So it's like win-win all over the place. So yes, it's good to get partners, but if there's that time crunch, sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, I can't get that partner. They don't want people to be held back. But keep in mind the power of 3. We want to try to get 3 of your friends to join you. And it's great when you're new, you're like, oh my gosh, I don't know everything, but I'm so excited. I love what I'm learning, blah, blah, blah. And you invite them, hey, come on along. What's the big deal? It's $52 a week to be in a virtual franchise where the company's been around for 50 years and it's $16 billion company. Why not, right? We're gonna all learn together. Let's all get together. Let's do this together. So when you're new, it's the best time to do that. All right, I'm gonna keep going so we understand.
Can I ask a question, please? Okay, on the qualifying qualifying sales coordinator, gotta generate $3,600 in promotional product volume, but then it goes on further and says a maximum of 1,300 from your own household orders will count.
Right.
So you've got to get the rest from customers, right? So we got to make sure that's clear. And so we really can't say we can buy $3,600 worth of product ourselves and self-promote, basically. We got to make sure they understand that.
Right, we cannot buy our own promotion.
Okay.
The company doesn't want people to buy a bunch of stuff, put it in their garage, and then complain later. They want us to inspire healthy living around the world. They want us to at least have, as you see, at least 5 names on different orders. And then actually it says a total of 7 because you would have 2 from your first Partner Plus. So they're going to check to make sure you have at least like 7 different names on, you know, you're really getting customers. You're not buying up your promotion like you're saying, Jana. So that's why there's those nitty gritty details. And then they want you to also participate in your own promotion. They don't want Denzel to just order a trio and then have 3,300 from Mark. Okay, so they've got this other thing that says maintain a minimum of 600 from himself, which isn't a lot. But anyway, do you understand that those are just like the nitty gritty things that once you get close, then you check and make sure, okay, I'm hitting on that. Okay, so, and then if you express track, which you can, like if you put your mind to it, you can express track. If this is really something you focus on, you put it a little higher on the priority list, then you can do it. And you just continue to talk to your sponsor and leader. Hey, what's my next step? What's my next step, right? Stay plugged in. All right, so you get to QSC, we call it, and that is the 10% commission level. So in the little box, it tells you a little more details, the money, the title rewards, the commission level. Now you're working to continue to build your customer base because you're going to be able to make what's called performance bonus off of any team members that are under you at a commission level. So that's another higher level thing. We just want to keep moving up commission levels for now, and you will get to performance bonus by doing that. Okay. So we're going to look at the 3rd commission level. Does everybody understand QSC and the changes? All right, Nicole Medina, what are the changes that happen with QSC?
No partner requirement. I walked away at one point, so I don't know if there was anything else bigger.
It's not 4,000, it's,
Oh, 3,600.
right, all right, which is a multiplication of 900. So that should be easy to remember. Oh yeah, it's 30 something something. Well, it's a multiplication of 900. So now you'll remember, right? Okay,
Yep.
so that was QSC. That's the second commission level. The third commission level, the two changes that they did was number one, they took away that you had to be a qualifier, which new people just ignore that I'm telling you that because you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, and number two, what was number two? Oh gosh. Oh, you didn't have to have a new frontline QSC within the last 6 months. That was a stipulation. That stipulation's gone. So they're trying to get rid of extra stipulations, okay? All right, so what are the qualifications to get sales coordinator? 10,800. So you might wonder, well, what the heck kind of multiplication is that, right? So when you think about the power of 3, it's you getting to QSC with 3,600. Okay, you got that? And then 2 other people getting to QSC with 3,600, 3,600. And I believe, I did this math yesterday, that equals the 10,800. Okay, so you getting to QSC 3,600, getting 2 QSC. See how they're in the box here? See that on the diagram? Still power of 3, you need 3 team members, but you is one of the power of 3 QSCs. You get to QSC, they get to QSC, and then there's gonna be a partner plus along the way. That's like a given. That's gonna be easy. Okay, so once you get there, then you're gonna get $700 if you do it in the first 90 days, $600 if you do it in 6 months. So really, if you learn Partner Plus and QSC, it all works out that you now know what to do for sales coordinator. Does that make sense? All right, let's see who wants to summarize.
Yes, it's still making sense. So in order to become an SC, you need 3 QSCs, but you would count as a QSC, and then you need 1 partner plus.
Yeah, or you could say aim for 3 QSCs, and then one of them really only has to be a partner plus. Okay.
Awesome.
The best would be if all 3 of them became QSCs, right? So you need 3 people. Okay, so what else?
I had a question about the PV. So your PV starts over every month. And your promotion, so if I was to get promoted to QSC, it wouldn't count until March.
Okay, so there's a couple different things that you're saying, maybe. All right, when you get promoted to QSC, which is going to be this month, probably, LaShonda, right? You're going to finish QSC this month. This is your qualifying month. Next month, that commission level will be effective on the installments that are still left over from those people you got before. You will get paid that commission level next month, 10%. This month, because you qualified last month for Partner Plus, this month you're collecting Partner Plus commission.
Are you able to get 2 promotions in 1 month?
Yes. So if you had gotten to QSC last month, this month you'd get 10%. Does that make sense?
Yes,
okay.
It does.
Gabby, when did we promote you to Partner Plus? Was it? I think it was last month. Okay. So you want to try to finish promotions by the end of the month and say, hey, just a couple more orders, whatever, so that the person can start collecting the following month. Okay. The other thing that changed, and I don't know if I can find it. Let's see.
I have a question.
Okay.
Can you go back to the
SC? Okay. Yes. The SC?
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so it says generate 10,800. All right, and so your reships, your new and reshipped orders will count. So in other words, if you come in, you put your order in, 4 months later, it ships again. And so that counts, that reship counts. So you've got, if I have a trio, that's 300 when I first came in, and then the reship is another 300.
Yeah.
That is freaking awesome. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I mean, the company wants people to move up. It's different than the corporate world. It's more like we're all saying, come on, move up, where, you know, who knows in the corporate world.
That
but-
is incredible.
Now, this happens automatically. Of course, we want to track it, but the system is being tracked. And so it will show up in those numbers, right?
I wouldn't count on that. We're
Not yet.
gonna always
I would
monitor.
plug that into a worksheet.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
oh,
there are-
absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, no, I would not count on that right now, for sure. You know, we just operate as we have been. So what if you miss? What if you miss the original, what if Gabby or Emily missed their original 30 days? They get to restart, okay? Like I said, the company wants everybody to be successful. So here's the information on restarts. You can always read this, okay? But basically you just start, and actually whenever you have the 900 points, you get promoted. Okay. I'm echoing. I think I'm echoing with LaShonda. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. Me and you, LaShonda. I don't know what happened, but I was echoing with you. Okay. So then just as another safety net, sorry, the company says, you know what? If fast tracking is too much, we also have a cumulative way where you can eat your way there. So here are the cumulative requirements. And I think Karen Orlowski was asking me earlier about sales coordinator. So over time, what happens, like Sonia's saying, with reshipments and stuff, it all adds up, everybody's reshipping, and your promotional volume to get promotions continues to add up and accumulate. Well, over time, you could end up with 22,000 in promotional product volume and a structure of 3 partner pluses. Say you're never able to get a QSC, save your life, right? Still be able to get to sales coordinator over time with 3 partner pluses. Karen had said it was a partner, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't make sense. I remember partner plus. Okay, so it's partner pluses, all right, 3 of those plus that amount, all right, or there's these other things, but we don't really operate like that too much, because I mean, if you can restart a fast track and get bonus money, there's absolutely no reason why we would do cumulative. And restart, you cannot get the express track. That's the only thing. You could get the regular money, which is really still good, the $50, the $300, and the $600. Okay. Now, what was the other change? 2 changes that were a big deal for people going for higher promotions, leadership promotions. Number 1, I'm just going to stop sharing, and this is under phase 2. And we can stay after. Nalani, I know I said we could stay after with you, but any leaders going for QSC Senior Sales Q, you could stay after and we could talk about that. But the active team member is now 170 for commission qualified. So say people want to get their commissions, they need 170 paid, okay, which is different than promotional. Paid is how much is actually paid through the credit cards. Promotional, the company gives you the whole 300 points, but somebody only paid $75. But they give you the 300 because they want you to get promoted quicker than people are paying off their Juice Plus. I know that's confusing, Gabby. I see it on your face. So a trio is 300 points promotional, but somebody might only be paying 1 installment of 75. Okay, the company gives you the whole 300 for promotion purposes. Okay, but paid is 75. So to get your commissions, they want you to have 170 paid the month of the paycheck to make sure you get your commissions. You'll always get your sales profit, always. But to get commissions, you have to be what's called commission qualified, which is just 170. So if you
I thought it was 175.
Pardon me? Oh, 170. Sorry, thank you. You guys let me go too long with 170. Thank you, Jana.
I thought I was wrong, that 175 was wrong.
You're never wrong, Nalani. Okay, so
can I just make an interjection, because LaShonda had a question about losing, from month to month, losing that PV. And so that's where Sharon was explaining the difference between promotional PV and paid PV, which we can talk about in depth at another time. But you go from month to month with your promotional PV, but your paid PV is constantly accruing from the beginning, as long as people,
Opposite what she just said. Promotional accrues.
right, promotional link accrues over months.
Yeah, but the paid.
Oh, within the given month, within the month that is given to you to be promoted in. For instance, if you're going for Partner Plus, or did they change that?
Okay, so no, promotional PVC, they give you like the whole lump sum. Let's call it a lump sum.
Right.
Okay. The paid is actually what's run on the credit card, and that's the one that changes on your virtual office all through the month, depending on how many credit cards are swiped.
Right.
That amount starts over at the beginning of the month. So right now your virtual office looks like, oh my gosh, I have no PVC. That's because we're at the beginning of the month. But at the end of the month, it looks a lot better, right? So, that's a little bit higher level for the new people, but that's how we qualify our business, is based on paid PVC. But the first 3 commission levels is all based on promotional PVC, which is, if you get orders, you get the points. Doesn't matter how they're paying for it.
For fast track, if you're talking about the cumulative route, it's paid PV.
No, it's still promotional. Every time it ships
a little bit. I don't know the difference between promotional and paid. Paid is my paycheck, and promotional is what I need to get a promotion. Does that reset?
Yes.
Kind of, sort of.
Because your commissions are
okay. Yeah.
The compensation plan is not, just like simple. You get paid your sales profit based on the difference between retail and our price. You get paid the sales profit. The commissions, you get paid, if they're paying monthly, they pay them monthly. So it's a little complicated for now. But anyway.
Yeah, that's not a Zoom call. It's okay.
So the moral of the story is the compensation plan got better. We are going to be on track. We all know what is required for Partner Plus, QSC sales coordinator. That's what matters to help people get promotions. And then some other time we could talk about qualifying and stuff like that. But welcome to the team, all of you who are new. And hopefully that wasn't too much. Always rely on the person who sponsored you and their leader to make sure you're on track. You can always call distributor support too. All the phone numbers and emails are on juiceplusinsights.com, probably on your virtual office too. Okay, how are the chats going? Okay, Stacy, any last words?
Only if anyone wants to stay on with us afterwards, that you would like an example. I think it's unnecessary for new people. It's just going to muddle the waters and you'll be like, why is she talking about this? But I have a person I'm meeting with today who is a Partner Plus, who called me yesterday, sent me a text and said, okay, I'm back in the game. I got an order. And she had just gotten sidetracked. We were working towards QSC. So she has 11 customers. So then I just pulled up the report to see, okay, which of those customers are shipping this month and next month, right? Because we will have a new 60-day window as of yesterday if she put the order in. So what does she have that's going to be reshipping that we can use to QSC? And it's a significant amount of points. So if anyone wants to see how I pulled up those reports, I'd be happy to show, but it's going to be unnecessary. I think for new people, it's not helpful. But if you've got people on your team that you want to reach into now, go back and like, who is a Partner Plus that has a good amount of customers or may want to re-engage with this new QSC that maybe just kind of lost steam or got distracted. How do we restart them? So once you're finished with this, Sharon, I can stay on and show that.
Yeah, only stay on if you have team where we're looking up restarts and stuff like that, then that will be applicable. Okay, so we're going to say goodbye to everyone else and keep sharing, keep thinking about who you want on your team. Like Doug's saying, identify what kind of person you want to go after, who you would love to have on your team, and let's do it. Let's get on some 3-way calls, Zooms, invite them to the Lunch and Learn. Monday, Wednesday, Friday are our lunch and learn. So keep that in mind. Any events that we have this weekend? I think somebody's.
Oh, yeah. Tonight, we're having a expand your options, which we do every, well, I'm going back to Monday, Wednesday, Friday evenings. So definitely this tonight, 8 p.m. Expanding your options, which is about both foods, the product and the business.
Product in the business. Okay. And then Sunday, there's a yoga one.
Before the Super Bowl, yes. And I just want to say that I do not support anybody who's doing a healthy vegan Super Bowl food event. That I will tune you out, because what happens at the Super Bowl stays at the Super Bowl.
La, 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 la.
Right. Don't watch Glenn.
Get along.
I don't want to know.
What was that, Denzel?
I said, can we all just get along?
Who do you want to win, Denzel?
I love that.
Huh?
Who you rooting for?
Put it this way: Tom Brady's walking off into the sunset, playing the Super Bowl. It's gonna. I think that's gonna happen. Just from my football and all. Yeah, but Pat Mahomes is gonna do well in the future. He's gonna be straight. Pat Mahomes already has his one. Everybody's he has a good foundation. He has a 10-year contract. I'm just looking at things from a story standpoint, like, and how Tom Brady is. Yeah, I think Tom Brady's taking it.
Me
too. Denzel played professional football. You know that?
Oh, really?
I was pretty close. I was pretty literally like this past. Matter of fact, the pandemic affected all of that, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do this, like I do building and all that. But yeah, I'm very close with the professional world. Like, I'll break down football film all day long.
Oh, cool.
We're glad to have you on the team. That's all.
All right, I'll text you if I'm confused by anything in the game.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to. Matter of fact, speaking of, it brings me to. This is all connected in how, like, supplementation in the sports world is so broken, and this is something that I'm going to be offered to, like, because I'm gonna also start training kids, just defensive back wise and receiver wise, and I want to offer this to families. Like, yo, I know what I did in the future, in the past. I think this is superior to that, just from experience. Like, I got a whole range of experience when we're talking about this type of stuff. And it's nice that you brought that up like that, and I'm able to connect that dot, because I've been meaning to get on that.
Cool. All right.
Yeah. Tom Brady, though. Tom Brady.
All right. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. We'll be here if you have any three-way calls or anything. Let us know.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
I'm staying on.
Stay on if you're QSSC and above, or if you think you're close to QSSC.
Getting there.
Okay, you guys go on in.